Right, as you can see, this is the whole Rally 4 harness. I already have the driver's side installed, so we're going to be installing the passenger side. We're going to start by installing the tail strap in the back there. And this clip, you push forward and it releases. So tail strap will go on the back. I already have the seat cushions lifted up and removed. What you got to do to remove the rear seat cushion is on the driver and passenger side, there's this tab. You push and lift at the same time because it comes out of that hole right there. And as you can see, we have a mounting bolt, and then there will be a mounting bolt there. What I want to do, and next we will be installing the inner side of the tail belt into the seat. Make sure that this tab, this raised tab on the end, is facing up when going down to the seat. Then you will get a 15mm socket, and you're going to remove that bolt. Now we're going to reinstall the bolt onto the mounting point. Remember, that raised part of the installation tab should be facing up. And don't twist the belt. Make sure it comes straight when it comes back out through the hole, because that's very important to the installation of the belt. Now I have the rear tail strap installed. That bolt there on the buckle side is a 15mm, and that bolt here on the strap side is a T50. That's T50 Torx bit. You can get them any local hardware store, AutoZone, Pep Boys. They should have them. And that one's on pretty tight, but I had an impact to remove. If you have an impact, probably prefer to remove. That one's pretty tight too. But basically the tail strap is now installed, and as you can see, the way it faces, basically it's straight right now because it's pulled tight, and that's your adjuster there. You want to make sure that this adjuster is able to face outward, the black top of the adjuster. And I'm going to reinstall the seat. Little tip for reinstalling the rear seat: if you can, try and get the stock belts and guide them through the hole and buckle them in the buckles. It'll make pulling the buckles back through the holes a lot easier. Now the seat is back in, and you have your tail strap installed. This will obviously clip to the back end of the harness once it's installed through the seat. Now we got to get the main part of the harness through the slots in the recaros. So I'll show you how to do that here. Should be able to just bring them through the slots, pull right through inside. Here's the other. There you got the harnesses in the seat. The next step will be we actually will have to remove the 4 mounting bolts to the seat and lift the seat up in order to mount the left side front lower lap belt bracket to the seat belt connector bolt on the seat. So we need 2 13mm bolts, and then in the back You will need to remove these plastic housings. Pretty simple, they just they snap on and you should be able to pull them off with a little bit of strength. And those have two 15mm bolts underneath. Alright, after removing the bolts, you're going to kind of want to tilt the seat sideways like this. But just be careful for the wiring underneath the seat. It's for the seat sensor and for the airbag. Right down here. You don't want that wiring yanking out the floor. So just be careful not to pull on it too tight. And here we're going to remove this bolt. It's the T50 Allen, T50. And we're going to install that side of the lap belt. Alright, once you got that buckle installed on this side, it's all nice and tight. We will be moving on to the very last mounting point, which will be at the lower anchor here for the front passenger seatbelt. What you're going to do is you will need to remove the plastic cover, if it wants to remove. As it appears, you will need to remove the bolt first. So I'm going to get my T50 and remove that.